Cosmic Wheel. Sisterhood.
Let's jump right back into it. I think we'll start off with talking to this person. Fortuna, it is imperative that we speak before I vanish. Adena. Hello, Fortuna. Is something the matter? I heard you were dead. That is correct. You have never met the corpse of a witch. I keep forgetting how young some of you are. I always thought of death as just that, the end. It can be, if you are killed or erased, but a witch also dies when they lose the will to live. Now I am but an aimless corpse waiting to be consumed by your sisters or to be scattered through the cosmos. Why are you visiting me then? Think of me as a ghost dealing with loose ends. In that case, my exile. Is it over? I'm afraid it is not. Reviewing sentences now falls upon the next leader of the coven. And who might that be? It is yet to be decided. I sense something different about you. What have you done? You have grown. You feel like an adult witch now. It is a shame I did not get to meet you in this form. I don't know what you're talking about. What loose end have you come to tie up here anyway? I want to ask you what you have learned during this brief isolation. It's wrong for a single witch to rule a coven. Your world alone shouldn't be enough for me to spend centuries apart from my loved ones. My judgments are not capricious. I converse with the gods. Divine quorum is more important than the clash of personal volitions. God shouldn't have a say in what happens to us witches either. Nonsense. What was I supposed to learn? Allow me to explain. You have been wrong all along in calling your talent divination. What is tarot then if not divination? I should tell you about the nature of this universe, the secret of reality. Consciousness is a responsibility. Everything that is sentient modifies the nature of the realm we inhabit. All that has happened, every phenomenon, is only real because it has been perceived. The parts of the universe that have not been measured are yet to be defined. Your arts do not predict events, they define them. Unknowingly, you are shaping what didn't happen in the past as well as what is yet to happen. You are not a reader. You are a writer. That is why I exiled you. When you predicted the falling of this coven, you were, in actuality, dooming us all. I have worked hard to prevent that omen, and I am still not sure if I have succeeded. Only time will tell. Why are you telling me this now? Because I am dead, and I deem it better that you become aware of the magnitude of your abilities, since I will not be here to protect the coven from you any longer. Why didn't you tell me to begin with? Because I was afraid you would write me off this plane. I am well aware you despise me. Keeping you away from your deck was the only way I could think of to ensure some stability for the coven. Come on, I'm not the villain you think I am. Likewise. Fair enough. Remember, you can manipulate anything that does not exist. The future is the most obvious implication, but I am also talking about the past. You can alter anything that did not happen. So Dahlia's past then. Damn. The coven is about to go through some turbulent times. I do not think you are mature enough to handle your talent. But it is not in my hands anymore. Do as you please with this knowledge. I understand. Thank you for telling me all of this. I have a parting gift. I know many witches will come to you for guidance in the near future. We cannot fix the immaturity of your character, but I can at least offer you knowledge. Take one of my eyes. It will allow you to see the unseen. It will open the gates to the wisdom of the gods. I pray you use it wisely. You will play a critical role in the fate of the coven. I am thankful. I will make the most of it. I do not really care anymore. I will not get to witness any of it. Why are you giving it to me then? It was etched into the cosmic wheel. I can only obey. I see. I also want you to have this. The Coppersmith. This is a super arcana. Any card created with this image will allow you to access more readings than with a regular card. How did you, even if you believe me a farce, the gods truly speak to me. They told me about the new deck you are crafting. This custom deck. It suits your arts better than the limited tarot. So my decision to have you exiled has paid off in the end. So what, do you expect me to thank you? I expect nothing. I am dead. This will be the last time we speak. Do you wish to say anything else to me before my departure? Fuck you. Anything else? I will make this coven better. Good. I will leave now. Wait. Any last advice? No. Goodbye.
Are you all right?
Still processing.
Why?
This is too much responsibility. I shouldn't toy with people's fates, or even worse, their pasts.
I concede you that messing with the past is somewhat unsettling. But the future? Aren't we all messing with each other's lives all the time anyway? You just happen to have the upper hand.
I don't know.
More than that, as the sole possessor of this talent, you have the responsibility to use it. You have the power to change this universe for the better. Own it.
You might have a point there.
Some individuals lead covens, some others run societies, some beings can eat whole galaxies. I mean, I have the power to grant wishes. Own your talents, Fortuna.
You're right. But these cards, it's not like I have total control over the readings. There's chance involved in the shuffling. What if a card only offers me tragic outcomes?
You'll have to face some tough decisions, sure, but that's just like the rest of us. Sometimes there are no good outcomes.
You have a talent for putting a spin on dire situations, don't you?
I found myself stuck between a rock and a hard place too many times. I have a knack for looking on the bright side, for my own sake.
That's really human of you.
Or that's really behemoth of humans. I was here first.
As I said, a true reality spinner.
Adana told you, reality is modified by consciousness. I may be a master of that.
In any case, I may need some time before I feel ready to read the cards again.
Nonsense. I need you back in the game as soon as possible.
Do you want me to look into what was bothering you then?
Well...
Is it about Gloria, the first witch?
How did you...
It's Adana's eye. Or better said, it's the water contract we sealed together. It's already activated. It's offering me knowledge. I can't fully access it. It feels like a waterfall of ideas behind my mind. And sometimes something jumps out of the water. So, you wanted to talk about Gloria?
That's right. Gloria is my first love. I spent many universes without loving a single being. Suddenly, she came into existence, or better put, she ascended. Gloria is the first woman who left the mortal plane behind and became a witch. She is the inventor of magic, which is basically exploiting a universe's rules. I've never met a single entity as full of love and ideas as Gloria, and I had the privilege of being loved by her. I wanted to ask you what became of her. Before, I was afraid of what I'd find, but now I'm afraid of what you'd write.
I promise I will look for the best possible reading, or writing.
All right. I granted you this deck, we might as well go all the way in.
I got you, partner.
Also, while you're at it, what do you say we try and reshape the Coven's stance on behemoths?
It's not a bad idea. But what if we find in the cards... But what if what we find in the cards isn't good?
I don't think there's anything worse than being forbidden and hunted.
That's true. Okay, let's put this deck to use. Let's see. We want to look into how the Coven deals with behemoths.
Right.
And let's see what has become of Gloria, the first witch.
Please let it be something good.
I'll do my best. The rest is in the hands of the deck. The wedding rings. The bone marrow of the behemoth sears thought, a love too intense on the verge of turning into hatred. The right amount of poison can lead to balance and strength. The tower shield brings the burden of protection. You will be reunited with Gloria and will get to rekindle the passion of your relationship.
Is that true?
I'm certain. I wrote so.
I can't believe it. I thought I would never meet her again, let alone get to experience her love.
Aww.
Thank you so much, Fortuna. I am in your debt.
I turned out to be the wish granter in the end, huh? And without shady contracts.
The student always surpasses the master, they say. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Forgotten campuses. The iron golems support the card's intelligy. The oracle only offers the strongest seeds of a strain. Growing magic plants produces thoughts, not only fruits. The glass doll and the snow cat's eyes are teeming with primal urges. You, Abramar, will get to rule this coven.
That is magnificent. So bold of you to go with that reading.
We've been ruled by a witch who allegedly hears the voices of gods in her head for an absurd amount of time. We might as well have an almighty behemoth as our leader for the next season.
So bold, so bold. I like it. You won't regret it. I'll take good care of you witches, I promise.
I'll write you off this cosmos if you dare become a tyrant, though.
Don't be so serious. I will do my best, I swear it.
You'd better.
Your deck feels way more dangerous now. I doubt I'll ever subject myself to your divination again. In all the universes I've existed in, nothing has ever made me feel so fragile. You must use these powers wisely, I beg of you.
Whoa, I never expected to get a behemoth to beg. This is serious indeed.
It's not a laughing matter, Fortuna.
Hey, don't look at me. You're the one who's always teasing when it comes to life or death issues.
Got a taste of my own medicine, huh? Now I see it's not funny. Please, accept my apologies.
Come on, don't be so uptight. I've got your back.
Sure. Look, you've got mail.
Right, let's see. Before we do that, though, I do want to go and make a card with the new Arcana that Adana gave us. I don't think it offers us... Oh. I feel different. Dana's eye is pulsing inside my skull. I feel as if I could see beyond the pictorial representations of Arcana. Maybe I could spend a little magic to peek behind the cosmic curtain. This is definitely a part that I have not seen in this game before, so this will be extremely interesting. what I was gonna say is I don't know if it'll work with this one, or rather, I don't think this will give us all of our all of the choices within a reading. But I do know, at least I'm pretty sure, it gives us a lot more than we would have. Carpenter. The chambers of the opera house make all meanings resonate through every context. Your sacrifice is exposed for all your family to judge. Courage to pay the highest price to achieve your dreams. The sacred cane blesses the landscape. The meanings of this card are leadership, purpose, alliance, justice, support, success, temptation, and happiness. Fortuna, did you hear? The old bitch kicked the bucket. Let's celebrate. Come on, Dahlia. Dana's dead! Fuck a Dana! Let's go out and celebrate. No, I can't. Why not? That hag is out. Fuck rules. My freedom is in the hands of whoever becomes the next leader. Then I'll become leader. My first order of business will be to ban fucking exile. I wish. No, I mean it. I'm running for office, Fortuna. Oh, really? I can't picture you running the coven, to be honest. I thought you despised that kind of responsibility. It promises to be a pain in the ass, yeah. We've endured too many centuries of abusive leadership. I'm determined to revitalize our clan. Follow me, and I shall deliver freedom and happiness. You're even more energetic than usual. I'm raring to go. Fortuna, join me. Let's rule the coven together. Why don't you tell me about your plans first? Ha, of course. Sorry, I got caught up in the moment. Don't you think I'm a dumb witch? I have a solid plan. I've done some research into the 5 pillars of our Coven's law are judgment, law enforcement, forbidden arts, mortal affairs, and witch duties. Judgment is how we decide who fucked up and what to do with the Coven. Law enforcement is how we punish those who fucked up. Forbidden arts is how we deal with dangerous stuff. Mortal affairs is how we deal with people, animals, and everything non-magical. Witch duties is basically what every sister has to do for the Coven. Now, Adana was basically all, fuck you, I rule, fuck you, I exile you, fuck dangerous stuff, fuck mortals, and well, fuck you. I want to change things radically. Try a new system. More open and inclusive. Judgment will be something held between all members of the Coven. All important issues will be solved after hearing everyone's input, then celebrating a referendum. It's feasible since our Coven has less than 100 members right now. There won't be law enforcement. All issues will be solved amicably between the affected parties. Isn't that a bit naive? What if they can't reach an agreement? We'll submit the case to the arbitrage office. I don't see why we need additional enforcement since we have the magical pact already. I see. Following that line of thought, there won't be any forbidden arts. I believe that banning things begets temptation. It's better to share knowledge and educate witches about its implications. Then about mortal affairs, I believe we should cut all ties with mortals. This may seem radical, but I believe we are way too privileged to dare tamper with human lives. I say leave them be. We have a whole universe to toy with. As for witch duties, instead of asphyxiating quarterly controls, I say we set a magical tax to pool resources for the Coven. Any witch could go about her life however she wants, provided she shares a proportional part of the magic she draws from the cosmos. We'll use those resources to help newcomers or any sister in need, or to develop some ambitious communal project. That basically sums it up. Oh, there's a pressing matter too. We have to decide how to deal with Adana's corpse. We can either devour her or scatter her throughout the cosmos. Come again? Apparently, there's a lot of magic stored inside the corpse of a witch. If we literally eat her, we'll all become more powerful. But if we free her magic, a lot of women will be able to ascend and become witches. We could almost double our numbers. I firmly believe we should share her magic with the universe. We maybe become more powerful should we devour her, but there's a special strength hidden in diversity. More points of view and the clash of new wills will make us grow in more interesting ways. That pretty much sums up my stance, so are you with me? I must painfully decline. What? Why? Your program isn't up my alley. Ah, is that so? What exactly do you disagree with? This is where the game gets... it's really funny. This is where the game goes from, like, ooh, magical mysticism within witches and the stars, to welcome to politics. But they do it in a really fun way, I assure you. Or at least I think it's fun in a gameplay sense, because it's not overbearing, and you get to, do all these interesting things with new interesting characters. I honestly didn't even want to say no to Dahlia. I just wanted to read what Jasmine's was so that I could make a better opinion. Which, playing this game before, I already know what Jasmine's, opinions are, or for the most part. She usually just clashes with Dahlia, so everything's the exact opposite. Another thing that kind of is bad about her little opinion here, or her campaign, is the fact of she's talking about how we can get rid of certain aspects because of how small our numbers are, but then she also wants to scatter Adana's corpse throughout the cosmos, where it's like, okay, I see why you want to do that, but then it immediately kind of disregards one of your points because now we have so many witches within our coven. We'll do that. We should devour Adana. Absolutely not. I won't yield on this. One of the things that matters the most to me is how we deal with Adana's corpse. I believe it is extremely important that we open the gates for more women to become witches. And because of that, I'd love it if you met with our most recent addition to the community. She's so new she doesn't even have a name yet. Please, let her come to see you. You can help her find her way. And you'll get to see how diversity will make our coven richer too. It'll be my pleasure. Tell her to come whenever she's ready. Thank you so much. I'll be going now. We need to start putting a team together to deal with the campaign. See ya! Bye, Dahlia. Dear Fortuna, are you alright? I have some difficult news to share with you. Let me know when I can come and visit. Love, Jasmine. Hello, Fortuna. I come with terrible news. I don't know how to say it. Adana is dead. You knew already? I just met with Adana's corpse. Is that true? What did she want? She was dealing with loose ends. Did she lift her sentence? I wish. She was only trying to justify herself, to leave this universe in peace, I guess. Poor Adana. My exile is now in the hands of whoever gets to rule next. About that, the first order of business is to decide how to deal with Adana's corpse. Yeah, Dahlia was here a couple of minutes ago and she brought me up to speed. Ah, good. So, basically we have to decide whether to be fewer but stronger, or weaker but more diverse. What's your stance on this? I believe we should devour her. Changing government and all, I believe that's just not the best time to receive that many new trainees. There's already enough turmoil in having to establish a new direction. We need to be stronger than ever for the sake of our sisters. I see. And speaking of that, I'm running for leader. Oh, congratulations, and good luck. Thank you. I thought the Coven could use some tender loving care after Adana. That is true. Will you help me with your divination, Fortuna? Can I count on your support? Tell me about your program first. But of course. Sorry. Right now there are 5 pillars in the rule set of our Coven. Judgment, law, enforcement, forbidden arts, mortal affairs, and witch duties. Judgment is about how we deal with conflicts within the Coven, how we determine who's at fault and such. It's also the executive branch, tackling where the Coven is going and how we deal with major events. Right now we have runic judgment. Basically it was Adana consulting with the gods. I believe we shouldn't leave witch law in the hands of exogenous forces. My proposal is that judgment should be in the hands of the oldest 4 members of the Coven in agreement with the leader. So any judgment should come from quorum of the 5 wisest witches. Then there's law enforcement. Right now, witches who put the Coven in jeopardy are sent to exile for a variable amount of time depending on the severity of their actions, and it's truly horrible. My proposal here is that witches accumulate warnings depending on the severity of their transgressions, and eventually, should they fail to change their behavior, they will be expelled from the Coven. No one should endure what you're going through, Fortuna. Letting witches go to find a new Coven that's a better fit is a more humane solution, in my opinion. Then there's the forbidden arts. That's how we deal with hazardous magic and knowledge, such as summoning behemoths, necromancy, and so on. Right now, when the Coven determines something could put our community at risk, we ban it. And I believe it should stay that way, so don't change things on that front for my part. Next point. Mortal affairs. That's how we deal with humans and other lesser beings. Adana determined that mortals should be exploited and manipulated for witches' convenience. I don't like that at all. I don't believe any soul to be a lesser being to begin with. I believe we have the responsibility to protect and guide mortal societies. We have the power to better their lives, so we must do so. And last but not least, there are the witch duties. That defines what members' obligations to the Coven are. Right now we have the infamous quarterly controls, and should a witch fail to deliver, they'll eventually lose their membership. I propose a policy of zero vigilance, to trust that a member of our Coven will always strive for to better our community. Contribution should be at every witch's own pace and discretion. Oh, there's also the issue regarding what to do with Adana's corpse. I say we should devour her and become stronger. That basically sums it up. What do you think? Can I count on your support? Sorry, but no. Huh? Why not? Your program isn't up my alley. Ah, fine. You don't have to make up your mind right now, but I'll work hard during the campaign so I can gain your trust and your vote. Listen, there's someone I would like you to meet. Maybe she'll make you more sympathetic to our cause. Junracia, the mathematician witch. She also believes we should devour Adana and become stronger. Junracia is the oldest and wisest witch in our Coven, after Adana. I'm sure she can make a strong case for why we should absorb our former leader's corpse. Sure, tell her to pay me a visit. For now, I should be leaving. There are a lot of people I need to get my campaign in motion. Take care. Do your best.
The fresh smell of political turmoil. Rejoice, Fortuna. This is the perfect scenario to, quite literally, play our cards.
Things could get messy from this point on, yeah.
How do you feel about politics?
I also think this is a really funny comment. I'd rather keep politics out of my games. It's like, I'm not gonna click that, but but it is curious. So they just cut this whole part of the game. They just throw it away. Game ends here. Unnecessary pain in the ass.
Yeah, I see how they could become suffocating for a mortal. Too many hows and whys.
I think it's important to stay in touch to a degree if you don't want to be insensitive to the status of your community, but I sure hate many things about it.
I get it. What are your plans for these elections, then? Why have you decided not to support either of them?
I don't want to pick sides.
Neutrality is the flag of cowards.
It's not like that. This matter's too delicate to risk our friendship over it, so I'd rather wish them luck and vote for whoever I prefer at the end of the race.
I see. I can respect that. By the way, I'm curious about one thing. Why didn't you tell any of your friends about the true nature of your divination? You know, the little detail about being a writer and not a reader?
Well, I'm scared. I'm scared about how they would react, but I'm also afraid of myself. I'm still figuring out what this rediscovered power means and what to do about it. I don't feel any different, but the pressure is immeasurable.
I see. I am afraid too. But I'm here with you. I can help you get through this, Fortuna.
Whoa, are you so afraid that you're desperate to get on my good side?
You wish, witch. Jokes aside, I already told you that this is the first time I've ever encountered throughout my many existences something that truly terrifies me. But I'm starting to enjoy that feeling. Makes me feel alive.
I wouldn't mind partaking in that thrill.
Why don't you write yourself some courage?
Okay. I'll draw myself one card.
Wait. I was just pulling your leg. This is too risky. What if you draw a card ripe with fire magic and you end up in a bad place?
A seer shouldn't be scared of their deck. I'll do it.
Aren't you afraid of the consequences?
Of course, but if I let fear dictate my actions, I would never have summoned you to begin with.
You may be right. What exactly are you planning to ask, anyway?
It is more of a request than a question. I want to demand that the deck submit to my will. It's not likely I'll ever stop using it, so I'd better tame it.
You sure are something else. Let's see how this gamble of yours plays out.
The Cosmic Wheel. The Cosmic Wheel spins forever between the folds of existence. It holds inside its clockworks every piece of reality that is yet to be defined. The meanings of this card are everything. The Cosmic Wheel has decided to manifest as a card, and will allow me to envision every possible past or future.
You summoned the fucking Cosmic Wheel out of sheer willpower? I think I'm in love.
Shut up.
Well, how does it work?
This card will be in my deck from now on. If I draw it, it'll allow me to access every possible outcome out of a question.
You didn't fully remove the element of chance, then.
That'd make divination pretty dull, right? What a lame thrill seeker you are.
You're right. Congratulations. You never cease to amaze me.
Glad to see you're having fun.
Speaking of fun, looks like you've got mail.
Oh,